Hi everybody, I thought I would get on here tonight. I've been trying to start my Kendra's Card Challenge 17 and I haven't done it yet. I did get all my pieces cut out and I'm going to go ahead and try to do the first 3 cards. I've got my little template here for card number 1. I tried to have kind of a plan. And let me try not to lose any pieces. And I'll see if I can get 3 done. And I have a teeny tiny unboxing too. I got a package today that I've been waiting on. It is chilly in the house, so you can see I got my cuddle duds on. I had to order those because I'm just like cold all the time now. And these are the pieces I cut for my layers. And we are just going to go ahead and glue these together. Sean at Manly Made Minute, he had a great idea. He left all his squares whole. Or no, he left this one intact and then glued these down and then cut it, which I thought was actually a great idea. Let's see. Can't stand that here. Let's grab our glue. And this paper is from an older paper pack from Newton's Nook. But I actually believe it is still available. But the stamp and die set that coordinated with it is not available any longer. So, of course, all of these I don't, it's just little old me here crafting with my stash. So these are just things I have bought over the years. I don't have much of my original card making stash. At one point I had given up card making and gave all my stuff to my niece, and she told me she didn't have any of that anymore, although my brother did say he thought it might be like stored away somewhere. Before I glue this on here, I'm going to see about grabbing a sentiment. I kind of like this one that says, "Will you be my meowing kind?" And I did stamp out a bunch of them, but I don't have, they're not the same size. So, hopefully I will get this on here straight. If I don't, we're not going to stress over it too much, though. It'll be mostly straight. And I'm just using this Altenew Obsidian pigment ink, which stamps very well. I didn't get it real good here, but that's my fault. That's not the ink's fault. And boy, you can tell this stamp set has been used a lot because it's getting pretty stained. I'll tell you, let me see here. Let me grab my letter at 01. Gonna add my little dot. Come on. Right there. Okay, let's move this so I can see. And I'll tell you, I am not super good about thinking outside the box on these card sketches. Some people are just fabulous about looking at it and being able to do a little something different. So let's see, this is going to go right in the center, or as center as my eyes can see. Let's see, this is going to go here. This is going to go here. Let's see. I guess really those should go on first. So, I'll tell you, I'm gonna tape this down here. And let's see if I can get this semi-straight. Here comes Axel, the ginger boy. I'm just going to take this down, top and bottom. There we go. Now I have to decide whether I want this to be that polka dot or this. Because I thought polka dot at first. See, that blue matches this paw print. But then this kind of matches. I'm going to do this side. So let's see. I'm just going to guesstimate this. Here I am like trying to do the math to get it exact, but we're just going to do the best we can here. Let's see here. I think this is about where I've got it. Yeah, close enough. Now I need to put glue on this again. That's about dried up. Well, I got the final estimate on the heating and air job. So now I'm just waiting for the company to call and let us know when the heck they can start. So it can't be soon enough for me. Oops. And I've got to go to the eye doctor on Thursday. Because I really need, it's been 2 years since I had an eye exam, so it's really past time for that. Get the tape out of the way. Oops. And to add a little more texture to this card, so I have to put my strips on. I used on this matting layer. Let's see, darn this light. Hang on. On this matting layer, I used an embossing folder. This is from Sunny Studios, and it's called Quilted Hearts. I don't know if it's still available because it's pretty old too. And I'm going to use this. So, I started to talk earlier about all my stash. So whoops, old. So I got, I started back card making again in 2019. So almost everything I have now is from 2019, except I have an old scrapbooking kit that I got, gosh, back in the late 20th century. And then I have some woodblock stamps, rubber stamps. And I actually have a few, a couple on Valentine's Day. I should probably drag those out and try to stamp, and I have to fussy cut them because I did not have a die cutting machine back in the day. I hope this isn't stopped up because I don't have that pin down in there good. We'll find out. Oh no, it stopped up. Well, crap on a cracker. maybe that is. Let's stop now. There we go. Put a little bit more glue on here since I have that, since the panel's been embossed. So make sure it can grab on here. And then it says to put an embellishment here. I have a bunch of these little kitty cats cut out, colored and die cut, but that is just too big for there, I think. Or maybe not. That might be perfect. Well, okie dokie. So and this is just going to be a 1-layer card. And I like to send Valentine's cards to everybody in the family, mostly. And there's card number 1. Very pretty. And I do like foam, but I don't like a lot because, you know, I mail my cards. So I like to be able to get them in the mail. Isn't this the cutest little cat? I love it. Oops. I love it. So anyway, card number 2. This is going to be one of those cards. I did not dry emboss this panel because I just felt like it would be a little too difficult to get all these strips to lay down. So let's see, which is which? Okay, there we go. Let me look at the backs of these. Should I do pause or should I do, I think the stripes might clash. Here we go. Okay, wait a minute. I should have, did I not cut these correctly? I have one piece too many here. Interesting. Interesting. So I may have put a piece in the wrong, see, that's not even the right size. So I did something wrong there. Okay, so these two, and in the sketch it does not have them Oh, I need to cut this down because this needs to be 3 3/4 by 5, and I have it at 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. There we go. Now we're looking a little better here. I think I may put this here. And this here. And this, once again, Sean over at Manly Made Minute, he sort of wove his strips, which gave it a really good look. But I don't think I'm going to try to do that. I will fumble around and get things all screwed up. So I am going to follow the sketch here on this again. Oh, come up here for a second. I think I've got that a little crooked. Hey, Axel. What you up to, boy? It's about time for TREATs, so I'm sure he's letting me know that I'm falling down on the job. Oh, durr. This one goes in the center. And these, see, I love double-sided paper. I really don't care for single-sided paper, but then sometimes it's so difficult to decide which side to use. I think I thought to use that side, but I like these hearts. Okay, and we don't really have a sentiment or anything on here. I'm tempted to do, kind of tempted to put a circle or something on here. Not crazy about that. I have a huge circle over here, but I'm not. Oh, I don't know. I actually do. Kind of like this. So I am not sure. I kind of like this circle and I kind of don't. It seems like it needs something else. So I'm going to glue this down to my card base. I have some other things cut out. And I actually have, whoop. Come on, let's get this on here straight. That is not so straight. My Valentine's box over here. If I can manage to move this stuff without having a total disaster. Let's see, I have these things that I got ages ago. It was something free. Pretty sure it was free, maybe it wasn't. Glue on my hands. These old things kept falling out, so I had to tape it. Doesn't say when this came out. Whew, look at all the pieces here. Little banners, all kinds of stuff. Envelopes, flowers. Here's a little Be Mine. I don't mind those flowers there. Actually, little lips. I don't mind that either. Let's see what else we have here. We have this So Sweet. Cute little mailbox with love. That's a cutie. We have little roses and like a little tag. We have a Be Mine. I don't want to cover up too much of the pattern there. Since we did all this work with those strips, I don't want to cover up too much of it. Gosh, this has a lot of cute pieces in it. Little tiny banners and things. Little love letters and postcards. Valentine mail. And these are all cute. I kind of want to cover up some of this like big, huge open space. What if I did it like that instead? That is not too bad. And I may just go ahead and use that. See, this is what we... Decisions, right? Oh, I thought that was all put together as one at first, because that actually looks pretty good. But it's two separate pieces. Anyway, squirrel. I think I'll put that on the inside of the card, because that sort of goes with these hearts here on this paper. And I think I'm going to put another little heart here. I kind of like this because it doesn't cover up too much. I almost wish this was a tiny bit bigger, but that's the biggest thing I have in here. So I'm going to go with it. Oh, it's not cut out all the way. There we go. And again, I really don't want to cover up too much of our strips. So we're going to leave that. I think that is going to be fine. Let me do this. Glue those together. Yep, I like that. Okie dokie, there's that, and I am going to put one little heart over here. And on the inside, this little banner. And you know, after all that, I managed to get this on here crooked. It should be my middle name. Okay, and I'm going to put this here. And there's our second card. Sorry, I was thinking about sending cards, and so I would usually send cards to my Aunt Joan. She was my Uncle George was my mother's youngest brother, and she was his wife. And she just passed away just after Christmas. But the last few years, since I started making cards, I would send her cards on the holidays. So it's just sort of, well, it's not sort of, it's really sad when, you know, someone passes away. I mean, she lived a good life. She was 92, 93. They had a great life. My uncle was an Air Force pilot under President Johnson. Did I say Air Force One? Anyway, served in World War II. He joined the Air Force. He was the pilot or one of the pilots who brought back the last of the POWs from Vietnam. So they had interesting and full lives. So, okay, where was I? Let's do, now I have everything discombobulated. Now I have no clue where this one goes. I was getting all these ready, so I don't know. It's just the way I roll. So, card number 3. Set that over here. Good Lord, you should see. Well, no, you shouldn't see, but anyway, it's terrible. I have little piles everywhere of home craft stuff and then work things. Okay. And this is a 1/4 inch piece here. I'm just going to have to put this in with, say I have mine all in envelopes 1 through 15. I'm just going to throw this extra piece in here. Who knows where it goes? Oh, and I did not cut my mats for these pieces. Again, I dry emboss. I am all about an embossing folder because especially where you have all these flat layers of things, it just adds so much texture and so much more interest to your card. Oh, I cut through there. Nobody will know once it's glued down. This is, and both of the other one was in Old Sunny Studios. This was a Spellbinders embossing folder of the month, 2023, I think. Like December of 2023 or 2022. I don't know. So I need my layers for those. Let's see, we did some of that gold. This is some old cardstock here too. Ooh, That is going to be great. So our layer needs to be 2.5 by 4.5. Oh, and then our other one, we need a 1/2 inch over here. This is like, yes, okay. So I need a 1/2 inch piece. Over here by 4 inches. So that's going to go with that piece. What? Did I not cut it right? 4 by... Okay, this is supposed to be 4 inches. Good grief. So somewhere else I'm going to have a piece that's not cut right. I'll tell you, I am just the world's worst about getting my pieces. I think the first piece of cardstock I was cutting was all wrong. And then this, 2.5 by 4.5. So we need 2.5. Is this? Yeah, it is. 2.5. By 4.5. And this is 2.25 by 4.25. And that's right. So, but the piece I cut wrong, of course, I saved everything. So if somewhere along the line I find another piece that's cut wrong, I have extra pieces to cut. I don't know if you cut pieces wrong, but I'm just worst. But, you know, I still have fun. And when I cut the papers wrong, I use my scraps. And let's do this one. A lot of times I'll just line this up in my paper trimmer. Oh, well, that's actually pretty straight. Okay, then we are going to put this on. Looks about centered according to the card sketch. Put this down. And then I don't think this is exactly the right size according to the sketch, but I don't mind. And is that even on right? I can't tell, but we're going to say sure. Okay, now, oh, they did, well, what a boob. I'm telling you. And y'all are all going, don't forget your card layer. But we are not going to. We shall not be defeated here. As long as I don't rip this up, this top layer. There we go. I know y'all are all going, don't forget that. And I'm looking at the sketch saying it doesn't look like there's a layer on there. Okay, and this is not going to matter because we're going to cover it up with the layer that we should have put on here when I was gabbing and not paying attention. Oh well, this is also because you know I do not edit my videos. Someday I'll get some software and sit down and fiddle with it so I can edit. And I forget, really? I forget why I quit trying to record with my phone. That thing stopping up is my own fault because I left that pin only part way stuck in there. Okay, there we go. There's our layer down. Good Lord have mercy. But anyway, this is why people, you know, edit their videos so they can edit that stuff out. Okay, sweetie, I'll be done in just a little bit, and I'll take care of cats. Because cats are super important, especially to Mama. Let's get this stuck down good now that we've got it discombobulated a while ago. What you doing? Gee, now this piece will go across like it was meant to go. Yep, that's close to where they've got it. Kind of down here. What are you doing? I mean, you know, excuse me. There is my pink layer. I just need to do a sentiment. Oh, that's so cute. Push on that. Let me set this to the side. And let me check our sentiments in here. I do love this Happy Valentine's Day. Is that going to be too big? I don't know. Let's see. No, I actually think it just will fit on there. Ha, ha, ha. Excellent. Let's I'm going to use this poppy, no, excuse me, tulip red. He is so funny. He's got to see what I'm doing. I'm going to use this VersaFine Clear tulip red. Gifted to me by Sherry Dowdy. I love it. After she, oh, doggone it. Now, how did that happen? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to stamp it again. There we go. I rocked that. Anyway, after she gifted me a bunch of these, and then I liked them so much, I bought a couple more in different colors. Hold that down. And that just put some more dimension on there. Is that one of those happy accidents? I like this. I got this. This was like on one of Spellbinder's clearances. It's that Fun Stamper's Journey. I don't guess they have this anymore. Okay, there we go. And they have a little banner up in the corner. So, well, maybe. Okay, did you see where I put those? Here we are. Oh, I need to put my finish cards back in their bags. Let's just grab another one of these little banners out of here. Oh, I don't know. That's not going to go. And that isn't going to go. So, don't go away just yet. Oh, let me get my box. It's all discombobulated now. Okay, and get my little pile of papers and things from over here. I just got out all my Valentine's papers to work with. And somewhere I have that piece of paper that I cut wrong. And here it is. Okay. So let's see how big. It says a 3/4 by 1 1/4. That is an inch. So let's do 1 1/4 first. And then 3/4. And here we have our banner out of the piece of paper that I cut wrong. Oh, there's a kitty cat there. I'm going to use this. Okay. I did it. I made 3 cards. Cool. So there's Kendra's card sketches 1 through 3. And let me put these away before I lose them, because that's evidently, here lately, I'm losing stuff right and left. And let's get all this stuff out of the way. And I'm going to grab some sequins. Let me put pins back. I keep this little, this is one of those little gem holders for when you're putting sequins or gems on your cards. I keep my pins in there because I will lose it on my desk if I don't. And it just makes me very paranoid, you know, having the cats. And I keep my glue bottles put back because he wants to pick at the pen, and I'm so paranoid he will pull the pen out of there. So I'm going to put that in there while I look for some sequins. I think I have some Valentine sequins here. Oh, no, not in this bag. In this box. Yes, I have some little hearts and everything. Look at this. I have, this is some I got from Crafty Mama Diaries. She has, was it on Etsy? An Etsy shop, I think. But if you go to Crafty Mama Diaries on YouTube, I'm sure she'd have her shop posted on there. so cute. And I have all kinds of other little pink ones, but I think I'm going to use some of these little clay hearts. These are from Cat Scrappiness. And, oh, can't use that one. There we go. Let's get my little pickup tool here. I just need to decide where to put them. Let's see. And I do like things. Usually I'll just put 3. Occasionally I will put 5. So that was card number 2. Card number 1. Come on. I want a pink one, and then I want a white one. There's our card number 1. I want to do a white one. I think I'm going to do another red one. And there's our 3rd card. Really cute. That was fun. And for a change, I had it planned out, fairly well planned out ahead of time. Maybe not quite as good as I thought I had. Put that away, and I'm going to open real quick. I'm going to open this. This is the first order I've ever made with Crafty Critta. Oh, I know what I was going to. So I had ordered the foiling machine from HSN. I unboxed it here in a video. And I decided I better see if it worked, because a friend texted me and he said, you know, the reviews are not great on that machine. I was like, oh, poo. So I looked, I was like, well, I didn't want to try it on camera in case we blew a fuse, because we have all these space heaters going. So I was like, okay, I will just do a quick test and hope, you know, it doesn't draw much power. And it didn't. It was fine. It was terrible. The machine was terrible. It did not foil any better than my uber cheap, regular old laminator that I got back in like 2019 or 2020 from off of Amazon. And it just, while it was on, it just seemed to get terribly hot, like hotter and hotter. And you could hear it clicking like it was turning, you know, on and off, but it was really, really hot. So I actually packaged it up and returned it. And it cost me a little bit of shipping, which is fine. I don't mind that. And on 2 other websites, I saw this exact same machine. I looked at it. It's $100. I got mine on clearance for $30. So I would not recommend that machine. I will just wait until I can get one, and I will get me the mini mink, which is what I started to get. But you know how it is, you see a good deal and you get so excited over it. And I did see a few good reviews on it that people were like, oh, I just love it. But I wasn't. No, I didn't like it at all. And the first thing I foiled, it really messed up. Oh, and all the foil I sent through the machine, it wrinkled it terribly. And I don't have that problem with my other laminator. And I thought, well, maybe you know, the way I was putting it in, I thought, well, maybe I should put it in sideways. So I made sure it's really straight down on there and put it in. Nope, wrinkled every time. So I was not impressed. But, oh, that's a beautiful card. Look at that. I'll be sending that out to somebody. Gorgeous. And this is all toner foil. Oh, okay. They give you some labels. So what you can do, you can actually run these through with a sample. It's like a color swatch for your foil. So you run this through your laminator and you have your foil, and you just put your foil name and the product code on here. Oh, that's really cool. Because how many times do you order something and then you're like, oh, what was the name of it? So that's awesome. And I'm thinking this is just a panel to foil, you know, to use. Then they give you, this is like a slimline, full-size slimline foilable. Really pretty. This, I ordered a carrier sheet because I don't have one for my cheap laminator. I've always used parchment, and it works okay, but I wanted to see if there would be any difference using a real transfer sheet. Oh, and they had these on clearance, like really inexpensive. I can't remember, and I don't see a slip, but they were super cheap. But this is Altenew Woodland Escape Fresh Dye Ink, Pink Sand, Dusty Rose, Toasted Mauve, and Redwood, which are sort of pinky, brownie pinkies. So those were so inexpensive, I couldn't resist those. Then the 3 foils I got are Summer Stream, isn't that pretty? This one is Shattered Heart. And this one is, this is Iridescent Reflective Bubbles, which I think is a clear one. You know, it's clear with shimmer. So, because I think it was Elizabeth Costa Rogers, I saw her use some of this on some of her foilable toner sheets. Oh, it was so pretty. I don't know if it's that exact one, but you know, a clear one with iridescence. So that was the little bit I got. I'm still planning on doing a recording. I'm going to take this out so it doesn't get bent. And I'm not going to put that back in the box. I'm going to put that on my mantle. That's gorgeous. So anyway, and someday I'm going to save up and I'm going to get me either the Mini Mink or the Crafty Crit. They've had theirs on sale, but I just wasn't able to get it when it was on sale. But you know, someday down the road. Right now, my cheap one, it does a good enough job. It's not perfect. But people are happy to get a homemade card, and they're not as judgy about our cards as we are as card makers. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back again for the next one. Bye-bye.